from the Detroit Free Press. I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Friday, May 8th, 2026.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. When the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran in late February, it wasn't the first time actions in the Middle East affected the price Americans pay at the pump. But a couple of oil shocks in the 1970s not only boosted the price of gas, they also helped change what Americans drive. That first oil shock in 1973 seemed to come out of nowhere. The reaction then to higher oil prices and an oil embargo over U.S. support of Israel in the Yom Kippur War included fuel rationing at home, long lines at gas stations, and suddenly elevated pump prices. Until then, big cars made by Detroit automakers were dominant, but that shock helped boost Japanese automakers who were building smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. And Detroit had to play catch-up. The Iranian Revolution led to another oil shock in 1979 that continued the shift. It's not clear what the current run-up in gas prices will mean. It's a different world now. U.S. automakers have largely abandoned small cars in favor of more expensive trucks and SUVs in recent years, while hybrids and electric vehicles offer other options. But with affordability an issue for consumers and cheap Chinese EVs gaining ground elsewhere, even as they remain effectively barred from the United States through tariffs, more disruption for the U.S. auto industry could be ahead.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kristen Shamus. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan said it has approved treatment for a member who sought a kidney transplant at Michigan Medicine, but initially was denied in-network coverage. Blue Cross reversed its decision after the Detroit Free Press published a story Tuesday, May 5th about the denial. It comes amid a contract dispute that has put at odds the state's largest health insurance provider and the academic medical center of the University of Michigan. If negotiations don't result in a new contract by June 30th, about 250,000 people with commercial Blue Cross plans will no longer have in-network coverage with Michigan Medicine's physicians, clinics, and hospitals. Andy Hetzel, Vice President of Communications for Blue Cross, said the initial request for the kidney transplant was submitted for a date after the June 30th contract expiration deadline. Because of the timing, he said Blue Cross rejected it. Michigan Medicine later resubmitted it with a date prior to June 30th, and it was approved, Hetzel said. Dr. Scott Flanders, Michigan Medicine's Chief Clinical Strategy Officer, said the health system is relieved for the patient and their family. 2 appointments are now scheduled for that patient in the coming weeks at Michigan Medicine, he said. As the clock ticks closer to the contract deadline, both Blue Cross and Michigan Medicine say they are continuing to negotiate. However, Blue Cross has begun urging people with physicians at Michigan Medicine to start looking for new doctors affiliated with other health systems. To learn more, go to freep.com.
I'm Sue Selesky, Detroit Free Press food and restaurant writer. After operating for 2 years, the Dine Store's Rochester Hills location will shutter, but its longtime Detroit restaurant location will remain open. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, May 6th, the spot known for breakfast, lunch, and brunch announced the permanent closure of its Rochester Hills location. The last day of service will be Sunday, May 10th, which is also Mother's Day and a popular time for brunch. The restaurant opened in 2024, and the owners said that, quote, over the past couple of years, we poured a tremendous amount of time, energy, and heart into making Dine Store a part of the community. But ultimately, the decision to close was a financial one. In the Facebook post, the owners wrote that, quote, we tried a lot of different things along the way to make it sustainable, but in the end, we ran out of runway. In Rochester Hills, the Dime Store is adjacent to and has an entrance to Papa Joe's Gourmet Market on Rochester Road. The restaurant was more than twice the size of the downtown Detroit Dime Store restaurant, which opened in 2014 on Griswold Street in the Chrysler House. The owners stated that the original Dime Store isn't going anywhere. The Dime Store restaurants are noted for breakfast, brunch, and lunch dishes such as the smoked salmon Benny.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and you'll hear more from us Monday.